pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, mais c'est le président. Un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, mais c'est le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux. Des jeunes prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Des jeunes prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Sonia Touko. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux.
Hi. Good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroons, the beautiful people of British Cameroon, and the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon. Today, I will call this party political broadcast Reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, before you make any decision in your life, do you think about the consequences? Do you think about the impact? Or what could that your decision? Either it can destroy people or it can fix people. Do you ever think about that? I am my own worst critic. Before I do something, I try to understand what the law says. I don't just follow the wind. And it is said, the fly that does not heed to advice follow the corpse to the grave. I've often make it clear that those who follow the crowd do not go further than the crowd. Even Christians, they will tell you that the Lord said, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of God. It depends on your choice of life. It depends on how you treat people, what you embrace in life. Ladies and gentlemen, because something looks like a crocodile, it doesn't mean that it is a crocodile. We, those of us, activists, who have been fighting peacefully for more than 35 years ago for equal status, our motto in the Cameroons was the force of argument, not the argument of force. So immediately, some people, which I called them 8 years ago that they are hijackers, they came in and started using violence against our own people. Kidnapping for ransom, liberation tax, harassing our children and women, chopping people's hair. When I started criticizing it 8 years ago, they say I'm tribalistic. Well, to belong to a tribe, to be English, Welsh or Bakwere or Banzo is not a problem. So I often tell people that nepotism is a problem, not your tribe. Your tribe simply means you're loyal. I'm a loyal Manchester United fan. I'm loyal to my boss. I'm loyal to my wife. That's tribalism. And in politics, politics is tribal. That's why you join different political parties. In the United Kingdom, sometimes when there's something that concerns the general good of the country, they say, okay, you should not be tribal, which means don't be loyal either to Labour Party or Conservative. They should look at it as a common good of the people. So sometimes those of us who say we are Anglophone, when we say things, we should be careful. I know hindsight is good. As I said, our motto when I was in the Cameroons was the force of argument, not the argument of force. That you have to use reason to persuade people rather than threats. You have to use reason to persuade people. If you want to influence people, use reason, put your argument clearly. I've been talking about the term reunification, and I've been talking about that there were two Cameroons. I've given you the definition of a country that is a political authority, a territory, and a population. And I have been using Article 65 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroun to tell you that we have a right of self-determination. It is in their Constitution of La République. But most of you often come, you want to be leader. I call most of you hijackers, because when we used to fight for equal status for the people of Southern Cameroons, SCNC was not banned in the Cameroons. Southern Cameroon Youth League was not banned in the Cameroons. The government of La République du Cameroun had no problem with the flag, because as some people call the flag, that is Ambazonian flag. Fongodi Dinka never had a flag. That's not an Ambazonian flag. It's Southern Cameroon flag, National Council. It's not Ambazonia. Because when I call people, people jump the bandwagon and want to blame other people. You will see people from Southern Cameroons, British Cameroons, they will come, and some of them, not all, you know them, they know themselves. They will call you that you're a black leg, you're an enabler, you're a traitor. I don't know if these people, that's why these guys, is it Owonangini, call us pigeon look, because we use words that we don't know the meaning. Somebody cannot be a traitor if he doesn't belong to an organization with you. Somebody cannot. So we keep on using these words in the Cameroons, especially in British Cameroons. Somebody will come and tell you, I am an activist. But he goes around urging that they should chop people their head, kidnapping for ransom, taking liberation. You're not an activist. An activist is somebody who uses persuasion to bring social and political and economic change. That's an activist. An activist doesn't take gun and be fighting people. An activist doesn't go and be calling for lockdown. Activism uses persuasion to influence the people. I know most people like to follow the crowd. And to me, I've made it clear, the videos are there. I'm not talking anything new today. How many of you started fighting the so-called war? How many of you ever knew what was war crime? None of you. Until I started talking about it, some of you started pretending now. I said, attacking school. I have a video 8 years ago when they said children should not go to school. I said, that's a war crime. The video is there. You don't attack hospitals. How many of you read the military manual, all those things? But because people like to destroy anything that's Anglophone struggle, because they want to be in front. People who have never planted anything, they want to harvest. And to me, I distinguish between an activist with a criminal. Whether the criminal is La République Army or these people who say they are fighting war, I've made it clear. And I will never forget the day they killed Sakwe in Guzang, they chop off his head. Mola Itambi was assassinated in Bamenda. Mola Banda, 11 Bakure chiefs. I can never forget all the things I said there. You people were looking at me, I'm a what? Traitor, tribalism. I do politics and I base on policies. I don't talk about tribe. I'm not interested in about tribe, although our culture sometimes it influences us. This is not the first time. Each time, if you look in La République du Cameroon, you will never see Jean Didier Momo telling Bello Buba that you are a traitor, or Chiruma telling Paul Biya's party that they are traitor, or Camto's party telling Cabral Libi that they are a traitor, because they know what is party politics. But some Anglophones, every time we want to create our party and advance, they will go and say, bring down that man's Facebook profile. They will report it because they want to be in front. People want to be pilot when they cannot pilot an aeroplane. If they look, all the things I've been saying for more than 35 years have come to pass. And sometimes when I start using a word, people hijack those words, so they think I'm part of them. When I started county by county, people hijacked it. They don't even know what I meant by county, they just hijacked it. I started local government by local government, they hijacked it. I started my country people, me. The videos are there. When I started, I was playing La Piro, the Manga song. People were made the repeated my country people, it was hijacked. Everything that Maitre Mola Alex Lissinger, the leader of British Cameroon National People hijacked it. People are not original. And they cannot come and say, oh, this man is the Voltaire of our time. Let's listen and follow what he's saying. They cannot say this man is the Jean-Jacques Rousseau of our time. Let's follow him. They cannot say this man is the Montesquieu of our time. Let's follow him. All they do is to hijack and they twist the thing, then they destroy it. It started since in early 1954. When Prime Minister Dr. Endeli removed us from Enugu Eastern House, Nigeria, and gave us autonomy in Boya in 1954. Instead of us to say, okay, this doctor is a smart man, he knows what he's doing, let's rally behind him. Some Anglophone, what did they do? They will only hijack it and take us to the wrong direction. I met Pamuna in Gembo, met Pa Foncha in Foncha Street. I asked them those things. I'm not talking because they are of late. Were they competent enough? But because most of you like to vote for people because they come from your area. And you always lead us astray. That's what has been happening. Maitre Mola Alex Lissinger called a spade a spade. If you cannot lead, don't go there. And we keep on doing the same thing today. Yes, Pa Foncha was sad, but you took the wrong decision. Can they bring us a manuscript? They only talk, oh, Fumbam conference. Was it only about constitution? Can they tell us how come that Aijo was supposed to be the president, not Muna Foncha or Endeli? Was that discussion there? But you keep on blaming people. When you vote for incompetent people, point at them. Don't say it's Francophone or what. Francophones, they had their leaders. They did so well. Aijo, Andre Bida, Paul Biya, they were voted in La République du Cameroun. So they were representing the interest of La République du Cameroun. Dr. Endeli was voted for British Southern Cameroon, but you people did not allow him to continue what he started because you people are job broke pot. We know you people. If you people cannot criticize themselves, I will make it clear. The Anglophone problem was caused by Anglophones. When they see a competent person, oh, don't share that Maitre Mola and Lisinger's things. That's why. If you don't like my personality, follow my ideas. You don't need to like me as a person. You don't know me. You're not my friend. In politics, it's politics. We talk about ideology. It's not because you're my friend or my countryman. That's not what we deal in politics. That's what is killing the Anglophones. Some. So in 1954, you guys betray the foundation of what Dr. Endeli started. When you wanted to join Nigeria, so what? Nigerians, are they not Africans? There was nothing like Nigeria. There was nothing like the Cameroons. Some tribes in the Cameroons, they have the same culture with the people of Nigeria. So what's wrong with that? Do Nigeria today, do they have elected governor? Yes. La République that you went there, do we have elected governors? No, we have DOs, administrator running us. They have police. They don't have gendarme bees in Nigeria. They have a legal system that's similar to the British system. So Nigeria and La République, which one is better? Go and look at Maiduguri, former Northern Cameroon. Go and look at their motorway. Look at their international airport. What have we got in Northwest and Southwest? For those of you who took us there. So that's why I'm focusing on British Cameroon National Party. If you want to be a leader, go and stand as a member of parliament in your constituency or where you come from. Let them vote for you. Leadership on social media is different. Nobody voted for you. We can use persuasion, sweet talk, and convince the people with our ideology. Unfortunately, most people don't have ideology. The only ideology they have, independence. How do you want to get the independence? You cannot tell us. How? By begging the colonial masters who are the one keeping Mr. Biya there? I told you people long ago it will not work. I said you can fight till thy kingdom come. La République will never negotiate. I said that. Because a lot of people use this, our protest, to make their money. So they don't care. If you really care, you're a fighter. Like the Mandelas, as some of you like to call Mandela, go to the Cameroons and fight if you believe in fight. You cannot stand and be promoting vulnerable people in the Cameroons. People who are hungry, you make them, they go there, they don't know what to do. Jobless people in the Cameroons, because Mr. Biya have failed to create jobs. These people are vulnerable, and you people use them because you can give them a penny. There is a difference between an activist and a murderer and a killer. If you go and ask it for so-called liberation tax, you're a criminal. And most of these people, they have that criminal record for a long time. They have been stealing from people, making money. And I'm surprised. How come that a protest that few of us, we started in London because our children in Boya University, our lawyers and our teachers, they were beaten. The videos were there. Pictures are there. That's why we were fighting. So how do people took their war rather and come and join our peaceful protest? I remember when we started the protest, people were stopping some people not to come there with their flag. I remember. So what has your war got to do with our protest that we were protesting? I know people come and talk hindsight. Hindsight is good. Oh, I told you, nobody said anything. There was one person who was talking. I know I was enemy number one. Me. But people don't listen. I don't talk certain things because I hate certain people. I can see into the seat of time. I will tell you what will happen. When you go and break prison for prisoners to come out and be attacking our people, then they call themselves that they're Amber Boys. How does it help? When we use discriminatory means, when you are abduct or arrest other people, as you call it, when some of them, like I saw Cardinal Tumi and John Fundi, they were abducted or arrested, or Madame Mundi. But if those people would have come from other side of the Cameroons, you would have killed them. I know why they killed Sakwe. Because of where he was come from. They chopped his head. They were clapping in Nguza. I knew why they killed Mola Etambi, Mola Mbonde, Mola Menyoli, Florence. All those people, you kill them. Then you say you're fighting for them. M23. They enter, is it Democratic Republic of Congo, Zaire? Not too long ago, the people were cheering them because they have firepower. They said they were going to Kinshasa. They were not fighting the civilians. If you don't have firepower, I've told you people, if you cannot go to Yaoundé, stop disturbing our people. It is easy to sit in my comfort zone here and talk. Some of you say, I go to Cameroon, they should arrest me. I'm not afraid of being arrested. I know what I'm saying. All the things that I'm saying is in accordance to the law. Yes, La République, sometimes they don't know the law, the government. That's why Maitre, Yondo Black and others, they were arrested because the government does not read their own laws. So when they realize they have made mistake, they have to release them. I've always asked you, you can achieve self-determination by using the laws of la République. So it's the Anglophone problem was caused by Anglophone because a lot of them, they lack conviction. Most of you, some of you, when we fought again for multipartism, the Bâtonnier Yondo Black, February 1990, they arrested them that they wanted to create a party. It was hijacked by SDF Fundi in the May. Do you launch a political party on the street or you put your documents in office? That was another hijacking we don't talk about. And 6 people, they lost their life. And when the SDF came in the 1990, any other person wanted to create a political party. What happened? They assassinated them. Alaji Tita from Bali Nyonga. Late Panga was attacked, almost killed. Progressive Modern Furniture in Sonak Street, they tortured him. So SDF was behaving, it's a cultural thing. SBF was behaving like this Amber in 1990. It's the same people who have they are frustrated with SDF. Then they have hijacked Fongodi Dinka pressure group of 1984. Because if you believe in Fongodi Dinka, you would have been lining up behind Fongodi Dinka as your leader. But you cannot hijack somebody's thing. Like I have British Cameroon National Party. It's my intellectual property. You cannot hijack it and say you're leader of British Cameroon National Party. There's only one leader of British Cameroon National Party. And that's Maitre Mola Alex Mtiveli. There's no two. There's one person. And I have people that I work with them. I don't follow the crowd. I'm full of ideas. I know how to change things. I work so that our people should benefit. I always do small catch a monkey. Boya University is benefiting our people now. Multipartism, to some extent, is benefiting our people now. GCE board, benefiting our people now. Fake special state to regional assembly, some people are there benefiting from it. So it's bit by bit, we fight to change things. There is no quick fix. People like to put themselves in front. Because what? They want to negotiate. You know why I never bother about the Swiss talk, the Canadian talk? Because I know they will never talk with you people. Most of you are not used to how the government operates. You don't know the modus operandi of the government. The people running the governments in the Cameroon and other African countries, this Western country. Mr. Bia is their party man, let me tell you. So you're going to cry. It's business people. Glencoe, Savannah Energy, those big transnational corporations in the Cameroon, they are the ones running the country. And they are the ones to sponsoring politicians in the Western world. Most of you don't know how geopolitics work. And there's only one way to have that special status, the British Cameroon National Party way. They escaped it in South Africa. They came there, they are using their constitution which says they have a right of self-determination. How many of you ever knew that Article 65 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroun says we have the right of self-determination? And how do you achieve that? Create a political party like British Cameroon National Party, start standing for election and taking the seat. So you become in that position where Scottish National Party is, the Catalonians they are, the Flemish in Belgium, Northern Ireland where they are today. That's how you do it. I've often asked this question. If they say, there you go, this is independent, British Southern Cameroon, take it, what will happen? You people will start fighting each other. So you have to do politics and put yourself in that position. Whether it's the regional assembly, you claim it. And when you are in that position, now you have power, you have the mandate and say, this is what we want a referendum. So SDF hijack our multipartism, dismiss all the brains. Asanga Nisiga Asanga, dismiss them, destroy the party. Mete Voisin, sack them. Sack this other MP too. You destroy the party and join CPDM. So that's how Anglophone, they destroy Anglophone causes. When we started fighting again for our sisters and brothers who were molested, given inhumane and degrading treatment, Some of you just came and hijacked. You were not existing. Our fight was to protest against the treatment of those lawyers. I saw them on their knees. University students beaten, torture, some rape. That is why we're fighting. You hijacked it. So every time we want to do something constructively, effectively, some of you hijack it. It's not Paul Biya who come and hijacked it. Most of you who are shouting today Anglophone problem, when we were fighting in Cameroon as teenagers for Anglophone problem, you were working with the government. Were we cutting your hands? Were we killing you? But when you come, because it's Maitre Mola Alexa Singer, all of you, most of you, this Anglophone, you are my followers, you don't want to accept. Jesus Christ had just 12 apostles. 12. But today, the Pope have got billions of Christians and other people. Does it mean that the Pope is greater than Jesus Christ? No. We planted the seed. Unfortunately, people want to come and lead where they did not plant anything. That's the Anglophone problem. Bello Kuba runs his party, it's his party. Chiruma runs his party, it's his party. Jean Didier Momo runs his party. Cabral Debris runs his party. Who runs parties in British Cameroon? Everything in British Cameroon, everybody thinks that all of us will have the same political opinion in British Cameroon. No, we don't. People should not be calling all Anglophone conference. Do all Anglophone, do they have the same political opinion? Some Anglophones are CPDM. Anglophones learn to do politics. Some Anglophones are UPC. Some Anglophones are British Cameroon National Party. So if you want to influence, create your political party. I've often said Anglophones are not a political party. 8 years ago, when our students and teachers and lawyers, they were beaten, I stood in front of Commonwealth Secretariat. I said, we have a right of self-defense. It was hijacked. They took it and they went to another direction. They don't know what I mean. Self-defense comes with what? Proportionality. Example, if somebody is attacking you, beating you, you have to fight back. That's the same level, proportionate. If I hit you with a pillowcase, you take a gun and shoot it. That's not proportionate. If I hit you with a pillowcase, you have to hit me with a pillowcase. That's self-defense. But people will go, a policeman is inside his house taking a bath. They will go and assassinate him. Then they say, I am the one who have assassinated that person. That's a war crime. You don't just kill somebody, as some of you call it a kelebe, because he's a kelebe. If he has got no gun, he's not threat to you, you cannot kill that person. You can only arrest that person. Maybe as a prisoner of war, you don't kill them. We have seen, is it Favor, Florence, Ayafo, other people, you kill women. You say they go out with police people. So if you people have a country, you will be the one to be telling your women who to go out with. Oh, they go out with military, you kill somebody, death sentence. I've often told you. I'm sure most of you remember. If they put most of you who are killing people with Mr. Biya, I would choose Mr. Biya. I said that 8 years ago. Why? I've lived all my life in the Cameroon. Mr. Biya doesn't kill me. The people who kill people are the so-called liberators. Taliban style. And you stand there. If you know you have the firepower to fight Mr. Biya, leave the people in peace, the civilian. War does not concern civilian. That's why we have international humanitarian law to protect civilians. Most of you, you went to your so-called war without knowing what are international humanitarian law. To me, Anglophones are like incompetent people. Compare the people who are doing politics in La République. Whether I don't agree with their political opinion, whether it's Jean Didier Momo or whatever, how do they call it? He's a lawyer. Look at Bello Buba's career, Chiruma. I might not agree with them, Jean-Jacques Ekindi, Cabral Libri, but tell me Anglophone, their own political leader, put them, let's see. That is why, because in Anglophones, they have this, what I call crap in a bucket. Anybody wants to do his own thing, they want to bring him down. Oh, don't bring that person's Facebook down. Bring that this. That's Anglophone style. Not all Anglophone. We know them. If the cap fits you, wear it. We know where they come from. That compound attitude. Then at the end of the day, they ask you, what is the Anglophone culture? You don't know. Anglophone culture is what? Individual liberty. You have to respect my personal liberty. It's in Article 65 of the Constitution of La République de Cameroon, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. We need that mutual respect. You have to respect me. You don't need to like my idea. If you don't like it, still respect me. Let me practice my own ideology. You have the rule of law and democracy. It doesn't matter whether it's war. When there's war, you still respect those rights. War is not against civilians. When you go and remove prisoners to come and fight your fight, what do you expect? People harassing people. So you expect that all those people that some of you have killed, that you just go scot-free. I knew that day will come. If you kill people, you're not a freedom fighter. You're a killer. You're a murderer. You're a criminal. I've made it clear. A lot of people, including myself, I cannot go to the street of Bamenda and walk there. Why? Because you people have made it ungovernable that even those of you who are abroad, you cannot go to Bamenda and walk the street. So who are you helping? Why can't you go and make a to be ungovernable? Common sense is not common. When you talk, you don't criticize. I live in London, the United Kingdom. You people see politicians, they exchange, they debate the ideas. Do you people come and debate? You only look for friends to come together. English culture, people debate even with people they don't like. The most of you follow La République style. Among you, friends, this. If they give you British Cameroon to run it today, so are you going to kill all the CPDM militants because they are not in your group? No. You create a political party and speak to the voters. Some people will say, oh, they will steal the election. Bello Buba won seats, parliamentary seats in Northwest and Southwest. SDF won. Molanjo won. I'm talking about parliamentary seats. But when it comes to presidencies, only one person who wins that one. So I'm not talking about presidency. Because other people, you go and try presidency, will not work. Most people who are presidential candidates, majority of them, they are there to legitimize Mr. Biya. They know that. Some of them are sent by France. That's why they restrict the amount of people who are going to stand as candidate. They just stand there. After that, Mr. Biya will win. Then they will say, oh, he has rigged it. Then they will kill one or two people. Everybody goes back to his shelf and wait again for another 7 years. Instead for you to focus on parliamentary seat. Because Mr. Biya can be president, but you have parliamentary seat. So you will make him, he will not be able to govern without negotiating with you. So ladies and gentlemen, we don't just wake up because there's free social media today, we'll come and talk. When we used to do our activism in the Cameroons, there was no social media. We used to use our own money to go to places, to meet people, to talk to them, to persuade them, to do what we call the force of argument, not the argument of force. So, because you come and say you're fighting Anglophone fight, if you're not using the force for argument, you're using the argument of force, it means you're not part of that Anglophone struggle that we started. If you say you're a CPDM, then you don't follow the rules of CPDM. You're not CPDM. If you say you are SDF, then you're not following the rules of SDF. You're not SDF because you come and sit on social media and say you're leader of Anglophone. You're not leader of Anglophone. Our fight was about peaceful fight. We understand, we agree that they were being oppressed culturally and ethnically. We are being, what they call, is ethnocide. That's how they call it. Culturally, we are being oppressed. I accept that. But now, the modus operandi, the means that we have to use, that's where we differ. People say they are fighting war, but they cannot go and lead the war. That's the difference. We believe the laws in the Cameroons, Article 65 and other laws, we can create a political party, yes. We can stand for election, yes. And the Constitution of the Cameroon calls for the right of self-determination. So why do you go around harassing people for liberation tax, living life, luxurious lifestyle, buying nice car, going out with women and flirting around, then you say that's war. That's not a war. We know we are documenting all the things that you people are doing, and it will come out one day. Because it's a shame. I understand in the Cameroon, people look at me too, they don't know that. Because there's a non-functional opposition in the Cameroons. So when people look at me, I criticize, they think that I scrutinize the government. That's the job of an opposition. I am an opposition. I have a right. Although they haven't done it officially in Cameroon, that Mr. Biya or the Prime Minister, they should sit and we have that debate. That is how you govern a country. The reason when opposition they want to talk in the Cameroons, they ban them or what? Because officially they are not recognized. They can only create political party and promote national unity. That's the only thing they talk about, opposition in the Cameroon, but they don't have a duty. So we, British Cameroon National Party, we are the first party that we are fighting so that we should be recognized officially. So Mr. Biya should not hide in Etudi. He should sit, we have that debate. If in the current non-functional opposition in the Cameroons today, they too are afraid to have debate, British Cameroon National Party is inviting them to come and debate with me. It is very important. If you cannot debate, you're not fit to be a leader. People will stay for how many years? A good leader is somebody who creates a political party and have militant and structure. You cannot just come and say, I want to be a president when you don't have your own party. You have to create a party from scratch, or if you're lucky to be in a party that's already existing, that is fine. So people should understand this. And I will tell you again, the Anglophone problem was caused by Anglophone. If Anglophone don't vote for competent people, you vote for incompetent people to represent you, that's what you get. If you go and take a person who is not a qualified driver to drive your car, you have an accident, that is what you get. So Anglophones have been following incompetent people because they like to discriminate. They say they are fighting for British values, but they don't know that British values have individual liberty, mutual respect, rule of law, and democracy. You cannot come and tell Voltaire that come and join me. Voltaire is a philosopher. The leader of British Cameroon National Party is a philosopher. So what's your own philosophy? If all of us will come and join, we don't have the same philosophy, what are we going to be talking about? You put me in an organization that I cannot do what I'm doing? No, I philosophize. So ladies and gentlemen, hindsight is good. But to me, anybody that have killed civilians, they should pay the price. Nobody should go unpunished. I've often said that. You cannot go around kidnapping for ransom, living good life, enjoying your life. You say you're fighting for people. Anybody, even including myself, if there's any shred of evidence that I have done something wrong, I should face the long arm of the law. That's what I've always stood. So because I say something, I know what the law says. And some of you think, we come, oh, la Republic agent. No, because I know what I'm doing. I read the Cameroon laws, I read British laws. I know what I'm doing. I know it's not against the law from day one, everything that I'm doing. That is why SCNC was never banned in the Cameroons when we were there, because we knew we were following the law. You're entitled to have pressure group. You are entitled to have a flag. All these political parties, whether it's UPC, UNDP, Camtos Party, they have a flag. There's nothing wrong to have a flag, but you people came there and started killing civilians. Civilians. We have their names. Molam Banda is dead, the Bakure chief. And when they catch other people, arrest other people like Fundi Kadidatu, they let them go. When people come from other side, you kill them. Black leg traitor. Sometimes, I don't blame other people. Some people in British Cameroon who don't want to match with other people, because if you don't show that you're civilized, if you don't respect individual liberty, you don't have mutual respect for others, they will be afraid of you. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope this is helpful, because sometimes you have to look at self-criticism. Don't always stand that they should praise you. I like people to criticize me if it is fair. If it's fair criticism, if you make your point is right about Maitre Mola Alex Divelisige, I have no problem with that. I'm happy. I like people to air their opinion. We have that debate. We have that exchange. It is very helpful. That's the Anglo-Saxon culture. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been Maitre Mola Alex Divelisige, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Have a wonderful day.
Wonderful. And the president say, David.